In this video I want to run through some additional promotional and traffic ideas. So I've really focused on two promotional activities to get website visitors and sales of your Amazon products, and they are Facebook advertising and Amazon sponsored ads. Of course, there are numerous other things you could do in order to get traffic, leads, sales, and so forth. But my advice would be, to really, focus on sponsored ads and Facebook, because that's really, the only thing. I mean, you can do perfectly well just doing that, and you can make, lots of money, lots of sales just doing those two things. But if you were to do anything else, then don't try to do everything. Just try to be a master of maybe one or two additional activities. Don't try to do everything I've listed here. The other important thing to mention is that no matter what you're doing, always send people to your website and never send people directly to your product page on Amazon for any of your products. And the reason why is because you want people opting in to your opt-in offer. You want leads, and so you can market to people numerous times down the road and not just once. So always send people to your website. The other thing is, if you send people directly to your product page, and then that's going to lower the conversion rate of your product page, which will affect your Amazon rankings. So you definitely don't want to do that. So let's get started here. So the first thing you could do would be to really focus on your opt-in offer down here and improving your the incentive for people to opt in. So I suggested earlier to perhaps give away some PLR content, but I've also given some idea, and PLR, by the way, is private label rights. We'll come on to that in a second. You could also position it as sign up to become a VIP or part of a platinum group or a platinum VIP in order to get discounts and first notifications of new product launches in the future and so forth. So you could that could be a way of getting people to opt in. In addition, you could also say that, okay, you can do this, become a platinum VIP, plus get some type of content once you sign up as something for instant gratification. And rather than writing it yourself, like I just said, use PLR. So by PLR I mean private label rights. All you do in this instance, say for instance you're selling a yoga mat or selling a yoga block or something like that, you would just go to Google, type in yoga PLR, and then up pops a number of options here. So for instance, yoga PLR, ebook, meditation, natural health, etc. So that might be something worth looking at. Or 70 high definition yoga videos with resale rights and PLR. So that would be a brilliant thing to offer. So maybe, I don't know, I'm not going to click through and see exactly what this is, but perhaps it's sort of 70 instructional yoga videos, which would be a perfect thing to offer. And you could probably buy them for sort of £50, $50, 50 whatever, and then take charge of them. So and then upload them to your website. And so when someone opts in, that's what you'll give them. So that's how to get PLR. So just type in yoga PLR or fitness PLR or anything PLR into Google, and then you can find some options. Then the other option, one of the other things you could do would be to make videos. By this I mean creating videos and posting them to YouTube. So as an example, you can create a video, then advertise it. So for instance, here, if I was selling, I don't know, this is a bad example really, because we wouldn't be selling recipe books, but just say I was selling recipe books on Amazon, I would create a video about maybe the best 10 best barbecue recipes ever created. I'd create a video on that. I would put it on YouTube and then promote that video on YouTube. So for instance, you can see the ad sign here, and I've actually written in, I've searched for cooking tips, and so I can anyone who searches for cooking tips, I can target them with one of my videos, and then drive traffic from that video to my website via a link in the description area of the video. So that's another thing you could do. Then you could perhaps get featured in news publications. You could write press releases. You could call up, email bloggers, influencers in the market, authors in the same niche, etc., and try to get interviews, do podcasts, anything like that. It really depends whether you want to do that sort of thing. But that is obviously a good way of getting more exposure for your products and brands. You could do a crowdfunding campaign where you can generate huge amounts of volume in pre-orders and exposure. I've just given a quick example here with this product here. It's some type of a spray, but they've evidently outsourced it, and they got someone in China or wherever to actually create this. It's really just sort of down to marketing. There's nothing special about this, and you can see they've raised over $100,000 in orders essentially. So crowdfunding is a very good opportunity and something you could certainly look at. Kind of depends on what you're selling. Then you could optimize your Facebook page, do Facebook updates. I've got a good example here, Blender Bottle. You could see exactly what these guys are doing here. They do some pretty good Facebook marketing. You could just sort of update your timelines based on what other people are doing themselves. Could get other get ideas from others. Then you could also do coupon codes, create coupon codes on Amazon and post them to lots of different coupon sites such as Slick Deals. Like I say here, just Google coupon sites, create a list and just add coupon codes to any way you can. You could promote them on Facebook as well. You could do Facebook ads with your coupon codes. Then you can expand socially, so do Twitter, do Pinterest, do Instagram. There's all sorts of things you could do there. Importantly, you could also set up your own e-commerce store. Now, this is something you would do further down the line if you created more products for your particular brand. So you could set up like a Shopify site, which is a way of it's like an e-commerce platform which is really easy to use. They host everything. You just create a simple e-commerce site, and you can sell stuff yourself. And that's quite important in some ways, just in case anything happens to your Amazon account. You've got somewhere to sell. Obviously, if you're selling it yourself, you're not paying Amazon fees. And so that's something that you could definitely look into once you've expanded your product line. It's not something you do straight away. And again, I've mentioned up here, continue to build your brands and product lines. Don't just stop with one product once it's profitable, once you're making money. Continue to create other products in the same niche. And then once you've created 5 or 10, once your first market or your first brand is doing incredibly well, then, obviously move into other brands as well. And then finally, so I'm going a bit scattered here, going up and down this this document, but is to really focus on creating an autoresponder sequence. And by that I mean once someone has opted in for your offer, so your VIP Platinum with 70 PLR videos as an incentive to opt in, you can send them automated emails promoting your products and services. And you would do this by signing up to a service such as GetResponse. So basically what would happen is if someone opts in, they receive a series of automated messages which you pre-write and load into GetResponse or MailChimp or iContact or Aweber or a similar service, pardon me, and the person would receive these messages automatically over the next, 5 days, 7 days, 1 month, 1 year. I mean, you can just write as many as you like, and essentially that sort of automates your marketing and your communications with leads. So it's definitely a very good thing to try out. And of course, you can try most of these services for 30 days without having to pay anything at all. So that's it for this section. So like I say, make sure you send any traffic to your website and not to your Amazon product pages, and really focus on building leads, and also just only do 1 or 2 of these, or 2 or 3 at the most, and really just become a master of a small number of promotional activities rather than trying to do everything at once, because it's more difficult to do everything, and you won't do anything particularly well because you'll be too thinly spread. So just focus and try to get as much targeted traffic as possible. Okay, that is everything for this video.